Hi guys, welcome back to my channel for a brand new review. Today we are talking about music. In particular, we are talking about digital to analog converters, DAC, and we're making a quick comparison between two very popular portable DAC, the iFi Link and the FiiO KA15. One is British. The iFi is a British company, very well known for their high quality audio products. The other is a Chinese company, still well known for very good audiophile grade type of product. So with no further ado, let's deep dive into the details of this DAC. And by the way, the DAC are digital to audio converter, which means that if you have digital files from your music streamers, these guys, they convert the digital file for the song and high-res music into an analog type of sounds, which can be transmitted to the old style wired headphones or to your hi-fi analog system. Let's go now into the nitty and gritty of this device. Let's start with the smaller one, the iFi Link, which is retailed around €60, $60, and is available on Amazon. This is very tiny, as you can see, very small, 11 grams, a very nice looking cable, and a USB port that they use to connect with the mobile device or the laptop. This is the DAC. And on this side you will have the jack for the headphones. It's very light, as you can see, and very tiny. Look at the comparison with an iPhone 16 Pro Max, how tiny it is. And you can connect here with your phone. It turns out there is a green or yellow, depending on the resolution of the song, a light on, and that's it. The volume is controlled via the mobile device or the laptop. And inside, this thing here has an ESS single DAC chip, the 9219MQ to be precise. This is the chip that powers the conversion, and it's a very high quality type of chip, very analytical, very good if you listen to classical and jazz music, because it highlights all the instruments. And in terms of resolution, up to 32-bit, 384 kHz, or DSD 256. That means that it can handle all the high-res files that you want. The KA15 is a slightly different animal, in the sense that it retails for almost double the price, around $100 or euros. Is double the weight, 21 grams, and is more or less not double but significantly, as you can see here from the comparison, significantly bigger and deeper than the Link. So you won't notice in terms of weight, but you will notice in terms of size, while the Link is like an extension of your headphones cable. Same logic, so you have an USB-C cable which you connect to your phone, but here you have a very beautiful display, like an old cassette, which highlights some details about the resolution and everything. It stays on for 30 seconds and then it goes off, not to drain too much battery. Also here you have the volume buttons, so the volume in this case is controlled by the DAC and not by the phone, and you have this lever here, which is the so-called desktop mode. If this is on, of course it will drain so much battery, but it will increase the output up to 560 megawatts. So it will really be a very powerful DAC. So that's probably the main difference, because in terms of chips, that's the second difference. This guy inside has a dual Cyrus CS43198. Still very good high-res chip, same type of resolution. Actually, it goes up to 674 kilohertz so even greater than the Go Link. But also it's a different sound profile. So this guy is more, the Cirrus Logic has a more musical tone, so less clinical, less analytical, but more musical, more warmer tone to it. A couple of additional consideration before going into the final recommendation, now that we have them here side by side. So we spoke before about the different tonality into the music linked to the different chip, and this is actually a matter of preference based on your musical taste. So I may have a preference which is not the same as yours, so I'm keen to hear in the comments what you think about it. The other consideration is about the other two considerations. One is the power draining. So these guys are portable, as I mentioned, DAC, so it means that they will take power from your phone or iPad, and they will drain power from the battery of those devices. So be aware that if you listen to music for, I would say, 4 hours continuously on these devices, the battery will drain significantly. Your phone won't last for sure the whole day, especially with the KA15 if you activated the desktop mode. The last consideration, which I think is very, very important, is that those devices are, as mentioned, tailored to listen to high-res music. So if you are commuting, or you are on the tube, on the train, on the plane, I would suggest you spend money into buying a good pair of noise-canceling headphones, because you will not enjoy this type of high-res music. But if you are listening, if you like this type of music, and I'm not an audiophile by any means, but I still can hear the difference. But if you are alone in your room, in your bed, on your couch, and you clearly listen and quietly listen to any music of your preference, with these devices, both of them, you will hear really the difference. So it's for that particular use. If you enjoy in a quiet environment high-res music, don't buy them to use them really on the go, where there are a lot of people, where you're not in the proper environment. That's my advice. So that concludes our review. Let me make a final recommendation. Which one should you buy? That's the question you should ask. Well, I'm keen to hear your comments down below, but my opinion, my suggestion is to go for the KA15. Why? Because it's a more complete, more powerful from power output, especially with the desktop mode type of DAC. It can go with any type of genre of music, and if you listen, as I mentioned, in a proper environment, you will hear really the difference and enjoy high quality, high res music. You should go for the Go Link, which is still a very good DAC by any means. If you have budget constraints because it costs less. B, if you really value portability because you really don't feel it. Or C, if you really appreciate this analytical type of sound that the sub chip can provide. Last consideration, very important, the DAC, whatever it is, it's a part of the equation between the mobile phone, or the streaming service, the music streaming services, the DAC in the middle, and the headphones. So if you have a streaming service like Spotify until a few months ago, which does not support high-res music, then there is no need to buy any DAC. And equally, if you have a very low quality cheap headphones on the other side, you won't benefit from any of those. So remember that to allocate your budget and to have a whole ecosystem that supports that. So one good DAC alone is not enough. And last point, if you have a very powerful, power hungry headphones like for example the Sennheiser HD600, then maybe this is another reason why not to go for the iFi Go Link, because it barely supports them. That's actually a plus for the KA15, that can go and support at a reasonable volume level even more power hungry headphones. But that's it. Let me know what you think and see you guys in the next video.